Welcome to our channel, Just Misbehavin', and thanks for subscribing. This time we're off to Alaska, so we don't have our teardrop, but we appreciate you watching anyway. There's something very intriguing about this place, and whether you're a city dweller, a hunter, or just a traveler who appreciates all that Alaska has to offer, from the magic of the northern lights as they dance across the sky, to the dramatic landscape filled with massive glaciers, glacier-fed lakes, or rivers that are just heaping with salmon. Alaska is more than intriguing, it's a treasure, and we'd like to share the top 10 things that we recommend to do if the opportunity presents itself during your visit to South Central Alaska. We were very fortunate to stay in the beautiful city of Wasilla, the fourth largest city in Alaska, and wake up daily to this beautiful view. With each day, we hit the ground running. First stop, Palmer. Palmer is about 42 miles northeast of Anchorage on the Glen Highway in the Matanuska Valley. We had a very specific stop in mind when traveling to Palmer, the Alaska State Fair. There are carnival rides, livestock, a plethora of food options, local artists, vendors, and food trucks. And fairgoers can also enjoy headline entertainers from the AT&T concert series. The fair holds contests for largest vegetable in several categories, and we were entertained and in awe over many. This year's winner included a pumpkin that weighed over 2,000 pounds and a giant cabbage that weighed 113 pounds. If you hit the fair next year, be sure to try the Alaska Crab Shack. They have scallops, shrimp, and some of the best crab cakes you'll ever taste from the Alaska waters.
Alaskan crab cakes. Fantastic.
We had the opportunity to get up close with dogs from the Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race, an annual race that travels from Anchorage to Nome with a musher and a team of 12 and 14 dogs.
Proud mama, huh? Yeah.
Fun fact, these are actually called snow machines over in Alaska, and you can check out some super cool ones that take on the Iron Dog, the world's longest and most rigorous snowmobile ride that covers more than 2,500 miles traversing Alaska's backcountry. Okay, and I couldn't resist. The rat races have been a fair staple for nearly 50 years, and technically the rats are really gerbils, but I did not choose a winning color, but it was tons of fun.
All right, honey, almost.
And Porky's pork chop on a stick has a wicked reputation, and let me tell you, it was crazy good. If you know, you know. After the fair, we made a very quick stop at the Musk Ox Farm, nestled in the Matanuska Valley just outside of Palmer, and the farm is open year-round for tours, and what a great way to see these magnificent creatures. From there, we took a quick run up Hatcher Pass. Due to limited time, we decided to come back another day, and are we ever glad we did? More about that later. The drive is absolutely picturesque. We were even fortunate enough to see moose along the way and even had a black bear sighting. Next stop, Anchorage. Anchorage is home to many museums and other historical attractions that reflect upon Alaska's blend of Russian, Native, Gold Rush, and pioneer history influence. We decided to visit the Alaska Native Heritage Center. This is a premier cultural center that shares the heritage of Alaska's 11 major cultures, where you can feel the heartbeat of Alaska's indigenous people through firsthand stories, history, dance, and more. We enjoyed strolling through 6 authentic life-size native dwellings at our own pace, and within the village sites, there are artifacts that each group used in their daily lives. For lunch, we chose to dine at Glacier Brewhouse, a place with a very cool, upbeat vibe, serving a spectrum of craft beers and a full array of delicious lunch options to choose from. If you have a wait list, just stroll down to the Kobuk. They're a one-stop shopping emporium of unique gifts, and the Samovar House blend tea is unlike any tea we've ever tried. It'll definitely be on auto order for us. And as if that wasn't enough, we hit the Alaska Wildberry Products store. They have one of the world's largest chocolate waterfalls, churning 3,400 pounds of real liquid chocolate. Our friends and their families introduced us to moose meat sticks, some of the best fried halibut ever, and delicious coconut salmon. Did I mention moose? These are moose steaks. Oh, and we even had moose hash. Hence, we have a new love affair for moose meat. Yum. Oh, and the raspberry pie. Oh, amazing. Next stop, Chugash State Park. Okay, so all we can say is find a way to get out on the trails in Alaska. Chugash State Park is one of the most accessible and most spectacular natural areas in the country, and there's more than 280 miles of maintained trails here. The Eklutna Lake has more than 15 miles of shoreline and is fed by Eklutna Glacier. There are a number of ATV rental companies and backcountry tour operators that will be more than happy to hook up beginners and experienced riders alike. So what are you waiting for? Get out there, adventures definitely await. This trail provides some of the most epic four-wheeling, but currently ATVs are only allowed from Sunday through Wednesday if you're traveling between April 1st and November 30th. Flightseeing adventures are a highlight for any Alaska visit. Not only did it allow us to see the varying types of terrain, we were also able to spot wildlife from the air, including moose, sheep, and swans. We were absolutely awestruck by the beauty and vastness of this area, and what better way to see it than by air. The trip to the glacier was an adventure in and of itself. Below is the Knik River, a 25-mile-long river that flows from its source, the Knik Glacier. And as you can see below, it is characterized by a broad, flat plain with a bed of gravel, sand, and silt. This once-in-a-lifetime view of this majestic glacier will be embedded in our memories forever. The glacier stretches 5 miles wide and 25 miles long, and it truly was nothing short of magnificent. We are both so thankful, fortunate, and incredibly grateful to have the most amazing pilot ever to share his version of Alaska with us. Okay, get ready because our next stop is Seward. And like all of our adventures, getting there is just as much fun with plenty of stops along the way. One of Alaska's most accessible glaciers and most popular attraction is Portage Glacier, the crown jewel in a valley studded with alpine glaciers. And of course, Scott could not resist dipping his hand into the frigid water.
Cold?
Oh my gosh.
Little bit?
Neat. Close by is Willowa Creek, an area rich with spawning salmon. The Portage Valley Recreation Area is a scenic spot that was shaped by glaciers and today provides the perfect spot for exploring. We could have spent all day here. Just look at that beautiful blue-green water. And you might be asking yourself what gives glacier-fed water this color. And basically, it's just tiny particles of sediment suspended in a liquid. This kind of sediment is called rock flour, which might give you an idea just how fine the grains really are. This was a gorgeous spot. The Alaska Sea Life Center is Alaska's only permanent marine mammal rehabilitation facility, and it's located on the shores of Resurrection Bay in Seward. The public exhibits include a touch tank, an aviary for the center's numerous seabirds with a 2-story diving pool, as well as harbor seals and stellar sea lions. There's also exhibits of Alaska's most important foods such as salmon, halibut, king crab, and sablefish. Check out this puffin, and we really were that close. On to the Alyeska Resort. This is a year-round resort with a saltwater pool, ski mountain, and bike park, along with many fine dining experiences. We didn't stay here, but sure hope we can another time. Wow. Oh, and be sure to have dinner at Double Muskie Inn. This is an absolute must. Okay, and I said we were on the go, so here we go again, off to Talkeetna. What a great little town. This is such a delightful and quirky town with a uniquely Alaskan vibe, and it is absolutely worth a visit. We headed back home and fit in some time with our gracious host who helped us make carved pins out of lilac wood. What a blast. Have you ever tried a game of Carbles? He even made these game boards and we had so much fun learning. Back to Anchorage to head to the Fur Exchange and then to the Moose's Tooth for an epic pub and pizzeria experience. Don't forget to fit this in. It's amazing. first, check out Lake Hood Seaplane Base. This is the world's busiest seaplane base, handling an average of 190 flights per day. Okay, and if you truly want creative pizzas and house brewed beer, this is the place to do it. Moose's Tooth Pub and Pizzeria. Okay, so remember how I promised I'd share more about Hatcher's Pass? Well, here we go. You'll see why you can't just do this quickly and cram this into a short portion of your day. We took a lot of time hanging out by the river, and it was absolutely beautiful. And then we made our way to Independence Mine State Historical Park. What an incredible place to visit and talk about some of the very best views. At the Independence Mine State Historical Park. Independence Mine State Historical Park is a huge abandoned gold mine that sits at the top of Hatcher Pass, and visitors can explore this mine and the surrounding area on foot. We had a great time.
Thanks so much, my fellow misbehaviors, and watching our video. And if you like, click those buttons as well as subscribe. Thanks for being here with us, and next time till we hook up and go.